BYU football, short week getting ready for the West Virginia Mountaineers, and joining me now is defensive ends coach and special teams coordinator Kelly Poppinga. And coach, how's this week change? What day of the week gets maybe eliminated on a short week, getting ready for a Friday?
Yeah, like for us, today's Wednesday. So that's what we've been telling everybody today. Like that, really, you kind of miss a Tuesday in a way. And so today is, today's been a Wednesday practice format for us. Monday is like a modified Monday, Tuesday. And so really it's like you really miss that Tuesday full practice still, but we'll make up for it as the week goes on. Probably do a walkthrough or something extra that we normally don't do on a Saturday game. But yeah, we told our guys yesterday when they showed up at the team meeting, we put the I can't even remember. We just played Colorado, right? We put that game to bed pretty quickly and just told them, hey, when you show up tomorrow, it's not Tuesday, it's a Wednesday mindset. That's the way that you got to show up. And so I thought our guys showed up and had a pretty good day today. So,
how would you assess how your special teams are playing through the first 4 games of the season?
Yeah, I would say pretty solid. I'd love, especially in the last 2 games, would have loved to have a little bit more impact. We had a good KOR versus ECU, and we're punting the ball really well, and I think we're kicking the ball really well. Just maybe in the return games, in our punt return game and kick return game, have a little bit more of an impact. But I think we're playing really solid football right now. And, Will was obviously on a streak there. Missed his first one the other night. But, I feel like Sam's punting the ball better than he's ever had. I think we're covering down really well on punts and kickoffs. Besides the one in the ECU game, without that one, we'd probably be the number 1 kickoff cover team in the country. But, I feel really good. I feel the personnel is really good. Our guys are bought in. Feel like we're, on track of where we were a year ago. Obviously, you got to get some touchdowns compared to last year. That was one of those anomalies. I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that, 6 touchdowns in a year. But, I think we're playing solid, and I think we're impacting the game. We're one of the top teams in the country in average starting field position, which is a goal for our special team. So, I would say we're in a good place.
Is punt returner by committee right now with those two?
Yeah, I really like Tiger and what he provides. I know Parker can do some stuff too as well, but really at the end of the day, it's Parker's job. It was Parker's job to lose, and he lost it by not having good ball security. And so obviously there's things Parker can do that Tiger can't. There's a little bit more burst, but Tiger has just as much, if not more, experience than Parker does back there. Just a little different type of player back there, but I feel good about both of them. And maybe at one point we'll get both of them out there at the same time. I don't know. That would be kind of fun, but we'll see how that goes.
And then defensive ends-wise, I know that us and the outside and the media probably make too much of the sack number, but any concern of no sacks for the D-ends so far through 4 games, or is that just moving on? Who cares from that?
Yeah, no, the way that we've done things, I would think in general, we've dropped our D-ends a lot, and it's just the way that kind of things have been called this year. And we've been close. Logan and Hunter have had some close ones. Seeley had a close one this last game. And so, I'm not concerned about it. I mean, right now, everything's going to Jack and Glasgow. So, and a lot of the last game was a lot of flushing. So it was really our job to kind of flush it and for Jack and Glasgow to do the rest. And so, when you play those athletic quarterbacks, it's like that where you want to flush them, get them moving on the pocket and get them out of the pocket. But, a lot of it's just been game plan. And I'm not concerned about it. Our team sacks right now, I think, is at 10 or 11, which is we're in a good place. And if you end up with 30 sacks as a team at the end of the year, that's really good. And so I think we're right on track to do that.
How impressed have you been with Logan and Hunter? You mentioned Bodie too. Seemed like maybe it's not those sacks, but like the impact of Bodie getting a pass deflection. Seemed like these guys are having an impact.
Yeah, no, they're doing really well. Yeah, Bodie I think's playing real. I thought Bodie played as good as the game he's played. This last game he played really well, and I think Logan not as productive as he was in the last 2 games, but he brings a physicality to that position that we didn't have a year ago. And even him with being back playing that position, he's way more physical than he was a year ago and quicker off the ball, and he's doing really good stuff. And then with Hunter, being as young as he is, I didn't expect Hunter as a true freshman coming off his mission to be impacting, having the impact in the role that he's having. He's playing anywhere from 20 to 30 snaps a game, and so really happy where he's at. And really just got to get some other guys going, got to get Talcelia kind of going. I think Vilpuha's played, solid, but needs to be more productive. But just in general, we just, got to get after the quarterback a little bit more. But this ain't the week to do that. This week is we got to play the run at a very high level, And, if we're rushing up the field trying to get sacks, that's probably the worst thing that we're going to be able to do this week. And so each game is a little bit different, right? It's just, this week is going to be major emphasis on stopping the run. And, they're going to take some shots. When that happens, we have to be ready to get after the quarterback. So, we'll just see how the game flow goes.
That's such a great point that each game's different because, man, when you watch West Virginia, it feels like almost every game there's been a different quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always cliche, like how do you get ready for whatever quarterback when there's a little bit of a mystery. But with West Virginia, there's been like 3 or 4 different guys already.
Yeah, they've had, I think, 4, maybe even 5 guys out there at one point. And, one of the quarterbacks is hurt. We know that, that's maybe a game time decision or whatever it may be. We're expecting it to be one of the guys that showed up in the last week's game versus Utah. And those guys, I thought, at times moved the ball very well and really missed a couple throws where they probably could have had 2 or 3 more touchdowns in that game. And so I think those guys are very capable, very good athletes. I think they know how to run that scheme. I think, obviously Coach Rich Rod, he knows what he's doing. He's coached a lot of ball, coached a lot of places, have been very successful. He's going to know, what to do to attack our defense. And so we're going to have to be ready to attack his offense. And I think we have some good stuff for it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we got to execute better than what we did at the beginning of the Colorado game. If we can do that for 60 minutes, then we'll give ourselves a great chance to win this game.
Last question for you, Coach. What would you say just to the alignment of this coaching staff? It just feels like you guys talk a lot about complementary football, but it just feels like everyone's all really on the same page watching this team operate. And maybe if there's some early struggles against Colorado, you guys adjust. Just speak to maybe just the alignment of the staff.
Yeah, no, I think we're all on the same page of just being aligned with Kalani at the end of the day. Kalani has developed a great culture here of, love and learn and humble and hungry. Those are the things that he talks about all the time. And then, as coaching staff, that's part of the deal. Yet we got to be willing to learn and be humble and be ready to adjust each week depending upon what team is going to bring it, right? So there's some days, some weeks where our offense might go fast and might, not have the time of possession that they have. But these last 2 weeks, they've done a great job of possessing the football, running the clock, keeping the ball out of the offense's hand, the opposing offense's hand. And so that doesn't go unnoticed by us. And then playing great special teams on top of that and keeping points off the board. I mean, that's just all part of, like you said, complementary football. And so just being able to do that, the special team sets up the field positioning for offense and defense. And then from there, being able to get turnovers and not turning over the ball, right? That helps out in that situation too as well. But just we're playing off of each other very well right now. And when we do that, we're a hard team to beat. And so hopefully we can continue on that trend.